Welcome back to Inkari. It's time. Today we explore the election of Dr. Nasiphi Moya of Action SA as the new Mayor of Tshwane. Backed by the ANC and EFF, this moment represents a major shift in the city's power dynamics, one that has rattled the DA. But what makes Dr. Moya's victory so significant, and what can Tshwane residents expect under her leadership? Stick around as we break it all down. Dr. Nasiphi Moya's election as Tshwane Mayor was a decisive moment. She secured 122 votes in the mayoral election, compared to the DA's candidate, Cilliers Brink, who managed only 86. But this is far from a fluke victory. Dr. Moya is no stranger to the Tshwane Council. She has served as both a deputy mayor and a chief of staff, roles that have honed her political leadership and governance skills. With this experience behind her, she successfully garnered the majority vote in the council, marking the beginning of a potential transformative chapter for the city. Today we'll look at what her leadership means for Tshwane's marginalized communities and why the DA is unhappy with this shift in power.
Then that the IEC has announced the results of the Tshwane mayoral elections, and as things stand, Dr. Nasiphi Moya with 122 votes compared to Cilliers Brink's 86 votes, and we're going to quickly take you there. You can see there's outside what is happening. There's jubilation, people already dancing, and I also know that our reporter Patricia Visachi is also there, who will be bringing us an update. Let's listen in.
Dr. Moya's victory is being hailed as a win for the marginalized black communities of Tshwane. Areas like Hammanskraal, Outrage, Mamelodi, Ulvenhoutbosch and Soshanguve. These neighborhoods have long been neglected in terms of service delivery. Clean water, reliable electricity, and proper infrastructure are still out of reach for many residents. Under the DA's leadership, wealthier and predominantly white areas received most of the city's attention, with resources being disproportionately directed there. But now, with Moya at the helm, there's a renewed hope that these historical disadvantaged areas will finally receive the support and services they desperately need. In her victory speech, Dr. Moya made it clear that her administration will focus on equitable service delivery across the city. She pledged to prioritize communities that have long been overlooked, saying it is time to bring balance to Tshwane governance.
Hear me though, you can hear the noise here, a lot of singing as of course the ANC, EFF and Action SA members just a few floors down are celebrating this as the news of Action SA's Dr. Nasiphi Moya is just in. She is the new Tshwane Mayor, announced a short while ago by the IEC in, of course, the Tshwane chambers. I'm standing by with the ANC in, of course, the region and the ANC in the province. They're the ones who are negotiating the deal, the new power sharing deal. Of course, this morning we heard when they said that they're ushering in a new dawn, and what they were hoping for has materialized. The candidate that they announced this morning has emerged as the new Tshwane Mayor. I'm bringing in, of course, TK Nxisa. He is the ANC secretary in Gauteng. Are you happy with, of course, the decision this morning? You guys showed unity, solidarity, very confident that Nasiphi Moya would emerge as, of course, the winning candidate, and that happened. What's the way forward?
I think firstly, revolution givat, revolution ngabantu. People will lead the revolution from the front. When parties that are feeling the same pain come together, that's what they do. We have felt the same pain of the Democratic Alliance in this region for 8 years. They've really taken our people back. We have a new mayor. We believe that she's got capacity. It is an ANC-led coalition. We will bring a very strong team from the African National Congress to work with her. So from where we are, you can see, the workers of Tshwane who really have felt the pain of not getting an increase for 4 years because nobody took them serious. The DA coalition was really suppressing them. And I can tell you from Hammanskraal to Soshanguve to Mamelodi, every household is ready to receive a better services from this municipality. So of course, we were focused on this task. We were never pushed back by anything. But we want to thank our national leadership for working very close with us, the regional leadership, but most of all the people of Tshwane. For years they've shown resilience, they've fought back, they've called marches, they've protested against an oppressive government that was led by the Democratic Alliance. I think we'll see the days of Hoshi, Comrade Sputla, coming back with a new collective, of course, with new conditions. And we're just going to finalize the executive and move forward.
Dr. Nasiphi Moya's rise to the spotlight has been swift but well-earned. With her years of experience in the Tshwane Council, first as deputy mayor to a former mayor, and later as chief of staff, she has built a reputation as a capable and influential leader. Her deep understanding of the council's inner workings likely contributed to her securing the majority vote. Her experience in governance is critical as she assumes leadership in a city facing immense challenges, from inadequate services in the townships to widespread infrastructure problems. Tshwane is a city in need of change. Moya's leadership style, rooted in both political savvy and hands-on government, could be what is needed to address these pressing issues. The election of Dr. Moya also marks a dramatic shift in Tshwane's power dynamics. With the support of the ANC and EFF, Action SA has now taken control of the mayoral office, upending the DA's long-standing dominance in the city. The DA's candidate, Cilliers Brink, fell short in the mayoral vote, with only 86 votes compared to Moya's 122. In response, the DA has expressed strong opposition to the outcome, with Helen Zille and her party accusing Action SA of forming a dangerous pact with the ANC and EFF. Their official statement claims that Moya's elections signal a reunion with what they call the ANC's former corrupt RET faction. But let's take a closer look at this. For years, the DA has positioned itself as a champion of efficient service delivery, but their focus has often been on wealthier, more privileged areas. Now, under Moya's leadership, the focus will shift towards creating a more inclusive and equitable Tshwane, where marginalized communities can expect the same level of service and attention as the city's affluent areas. The communities of Hammanskraal, Olivenhoutbosch, Outrage, Mamelodi, and Soshanguve are no strangers to hardship. Residents in these areas have endured years of neglect, struggling with failing infrastructure, intermittent power, and water shortages. But with Dr. Moya's administration, these areas are poised to receive the attention they have long been denied. By prioritizing historically underserved communities, Moya's leadership promises to uplift those who have been left behind. The hope is that services will be delivered equally and that the long-standing disparities between Tshwane's wealthy suburbs and impoverished townships will begin to close. Unsurprisingly, the DA is not happy. Their statement paints Dr. Moya's election as the return of corrupt governance and promises to work with like-minded organizations to protect service delivery for all. But let's ask the critical question: who are they really protecting? For too long, Tshwane's wealthier communities have enjoyed the lion's share of services, while others have been left in the dark, literally and figuratively. The DA's resistance seems more about maintaining the status quo than about true service delivery for all. Under Dr. Moya, the focus will shift to the marginalized black communities that have long been neglected, with the goal of ensuring that all Tshwane residents have equal access to the services they need to thrive. So, what does this mean for Tshwane? Dr. Nasiphi Moya's election is more than just a change in leadership. It's a chance for real, transformative governance. It's an opportunity to address the historical inequalities that have plagued the city and create a future where all residents, regardless of their background, receive the same service they deserve.
Councillors, I just, before the executive mayor can speak to us, I just like to confirm in this house that she has resigned as a deputy mayor. So I do have a resignation with me. So she's no longer a deputy mayor, she's the executive mayor. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, Chief Whip of Council, Honorable Chief Gekana and his entourage, Honorable Chief Mahlangu and his entourage, the Acting Magistrate Mahlangu, Chair of Chairs, Section 79 Committee Chairpersons, fellow councillors, leaders of political parties, members of the media, esteemed guests, and the all-important Tshwane residents to whom this matters the most. I'd like to begin by thanking fellow councillors, their constituents, and leadership for placing their faith, trust, and commitment in me for this mammoth task of leading the city of Tshwane. As I did 9 months ago, I humbly accept this task wholeheartedly. I fully appreciate that the journey ahead is a daunting one, but one that is possible if we work together to chart a new path for our great capital city. I would like to spend the lion's share of this time that I have here to address the residents of Tshwane, whom we said we were doing this for. Those who have elected us to serve here today. Residents of Tshwane, hear me clearly. It is not lost on me the anxiety and the political stability that has plagued the city. My vow is to end that cycle of uncertainty and bring stability to the city we all call home. To the residents of Soshanguve, Hammanskraal, Mamelodi, Centurion, Brongospruit, Garangua, Linwood, Camel Drift, Waterkloof, Irene, Sokhulumi, and everyone residing in between, I'm here to tell you that I'm not an Action SA mayor or a mayor from any other party for that matter. I will be the mayor for the residents of Tshwane. Since taking office as deputy mayor, I have dedicated much of my time to engaging with councillors, officials, and residents across all 7 regions of our city. I fully appreciate the troubling reality of the growing divide between the affluent and the disadvantaged, which has become a defining characteristic of our city. Many residents are facing significant challenges in accessing basic services and opportunities. I'm committed to working towards creating a more just and inclusive city where all residents, regardless of their economic status, race, gender, have equal access to services. Fellow councillors, residents of the city have made a simple plea: give us services, fix the roads, clear the refuse, keep our lights on, provide us with clean water. That is the simple plea that the residents out there are asking for. In the coming days, a fully functional, equipped and politically sensitive mayoral committee will be announced, one appointed with your needs in mind as residents. All members of our multi-party mayoral committee will have the task to ensure that their portfolios provide the services required as mandated by this council through you. And as I vow to my fellow residents today to make our city feel safe, make our sewers, pipes, and water provision a well of dignity to all residents, including those in Hammanskraal who will soon receive potable water after years of efforts. Provide a conducive space for our young residents to pursue sports and recreation. Provide work opportunities through the EPWP. Lay well-oiled roads and transport infrastructure to ensure that you, the residents, can get to work and look forward for work on a reliable transport network. Provide residents with dignified housing opportunities. Answer our residents' energy and electricity needs. Advance the agricultural ambitions of our rural communities. Energize our economic nodes to awaken our business and manufacturing might in the interest of robust economic opportunities and development, and cultivate a healthier city, among others. Fellow councillors, I humbly ask that we put our political differences aside, that we work together to help lift this vision off the page and make it a reality for all of us who call Tshwane home. I say this fully appreciating the dire straits in which our city finds itself. I'm not here to continue the assignment of blame and political point scoring. I'm here to commit to you that while our city has suffered some setbacks and is under financial strain, that we as councillors in this council together can claw it back. And as such, I promise financial discipline, balanced with a sense of fairness and duty to our fellow residents. I'm under no delusions about the blow our great city has endured. I vow to decisively deal with corruption and the corrupt elements who threaten to scupper our renewed efforts and keep us on the decline. Local government generally has a bad reputation. I want to encourage officials to work dutifully to fulfill their constitutional mandate, to provide services that communities deserve. They have our unconditional support. Our residents deserve better and they deserve our commitment. This government, I can assure you, will be a caring and responsive government. The services received in affluent areas will be the services received by our people in the previously disadvantaged areas. So hear me clearly. Esteemed Tshwane residents, I'm here to work with me. Let's restore our great capital and set the standard for every city, for every other city in our great republic. I thank you. Enkosi.
Of course, the road ahead won't be easy. The DA's opposition is fierce, and the challenges facing Tshwane are immense. But with Dr. Moya's leadership and the support of the ANC and EFF, there's hope that this election marks the beginning of a new era for Tshwane. What do you think? Will Dr. Moya's leadership bring the change Tshwane desperately needs? Or will it be more of the same? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Inkari. It's time for more in-depth political analysis. Until next time, stay informed and stay engaged. Thanks for watching and take care.